Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Today we're going to be diving into resilience. Today we're going to dive into fucking grit. Today we're going to dive into the necessity to absolutely push forward when everything feels like it's at its worst, when everything feels like it's falling apart. You see, pain is fucking temporary, but quitting makes it permanent, my friend. Know that. Live by that shit. Every time you feel like quitting, know that that pain is fucking temporary. But if you quit, that shit will live with you for fucking ever. You're always, let me take a little deep breather right here because I already see myself getting a little passionate right here, right? You're gonna walk away today. Really put some fucking good notes right here today, and you're gonna walk away with the mindset shift, really that turns adversity into fuel, right? And then into the struggles that you're going through into stepping stones for greatness, right? It's like Steve Harvey says: if you're going through hell, why would you stop? Keep fucking going, my friend. Keep fucking going. You see, we'll circle right back to it. Pain is fucking temporary, while growth is forever, right? And like I said earlier, pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent, right? And so flipping that on his axis, pain is temporary, but growth lasts forever, right? You see, most men quit too soon because they associate pain with failure. But pain isn't the enemy. Pain is the process. I've learned through that. I see it, right? And the minute, and it's very hard to when you're in the moment, you're like, oh my God, this shit hurts. Oh, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to fucking do this. Oh, the minute that you realize that pain is weakness leaving the body, and that growth, this growth that you're experiencing, it lasts forever. You really start looking at pain differently. You really start looking at being uncomfortable differently. You really start looking as, man, every time you start your heart pumping or your pain starts coming in or you're feeling uncomfortable or you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to be in this situation. Know that you're like, you start looking for it. You're like, oh, no, this is going to help me grow. Oh, this is going to help me evolve. This is going to help me level up. And you literally start looking for those opportunities and you start leveling up and growing when others wouldn't, when others would quit, right? That's literally what I've learned through life. I didn't like experiencing not too long ago, running a fucking marathon, right? Running the fastest pace I've ever run for that long a distance, right? Like my body wanted to quit, right? But I knew that if I fucking quit, I knew if I didn't show up, I knew if I didn't get that sub 5 hour mark that I was fucking so going after, and it was a big achievement, right? It was 51 minutes that I cut off my time. If I would have got 45, it still would have been good, right? But I wouldn't have got the 5 hour mark, right? And that right there would have been forever. I knew that I would have quit. I would have fucking, it would have just fucking killed me for giving up, right? And I couldn't. I fucking embraced the growth. And now I live on that. I drive on that. I carry that momentum, so I know that how much I can go further, right? It's like when you're doing a hard workout at the gym, right? Similar to how the marathon was, right? If you stop when it starts to hurt, you never build strength. You never expand your muscles, right? The discomfort that you feel, right, when you're fucking lifting weights, right, is necessary for you to experience the growth, right? Like, and it's funny because I bought three of these shirts, right, that you always see, and I use them to fill my podcast episodes. And the goal is that by the end of the year, I use the same shirts, that you see how much I fucking fill my shirts in because the muscles are growing, right? Like I'm on this fucking 1,000 day tip, right? And I'm like on day 200 and something, 270 something, 280 something. Like I really, people are like, oh, how come you don't know the day? Because for me, it's just like I show up and I hit the checkbox and it's just another day. Like it's just how it's become. And I don't track, oh, I fucking today is whatever, 290 or whatever. No, man. I know that I'm gonna show up. I know I'm gonna do it every day. I know that this is who the fuck I'm gonna be towards the end. I'm fucking 41. And by the time I turn 41, I'm gonna be like, yo, this is just who the fuck I am, and it's gonna be like another fucking day. And that day 1001, it's gonna be like just another fucking day. It's just what I fucking do, right? And so that's why I don't really keep so good track of the days. But you're gonna see that by the end of this year, right? These fucking shirts right here are gonna be fucking filled with more muscle. right? Because I embrace the discomfort of growth, right? And the same applies to your life, right? Whether it's in your financial stress, whether it's your relationship struggles, or whether it's your career setbacks, right? Pain is an indicator that you're pursuing that you're pursuing and you're pushing the fucking limits, right? So when you see that pain, when you feel that pain, when you embrace the discomfort, know that you're fucking growing. Know that you're pushing the limits, that you're stretching the boundaries, that you're evolving, right? And if you're not doing that, then if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not climbing, you're sliding, right? Always give yourself those perspective shifts because in the moment, you're going to want to quit. In the moment, it's so easy to give in to the pain. In the moment, it's so easy to just be like, just try next time, right? But fuck that shit, right? Right? Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Shift the question to, what is this teaching me, right? Reframe pain as a teacher really keeps you moving forward instead of getting stuck in the self-pity, instead of getting stuck in the excuses, instead of getting stuck in the, oh my god, this is so tough. No, and you're like, no, fuck this shit. Because it's tough, I'm gonna keep going. And because it's tough, I'm gonna grow. And because it's tough, I'm gonna be the fucking man who doesn't give up. Right? It's all about the identity shift, right? Embracing the fucking discomfort, right? The only way out is through, my friend. So stop making it worse by fucking quitting on yourself, right? If you're tired of having to fucking start over and start over and over and over again, then stop fucking quitting. It's that simple. That's why I embraced the fucking daily grind of the 1,000 days, because I knew that I wanted to engrave that shit so fucking deep in my identity and my subconscious and who the fuck I am that I ain't gonna fucking stop. Every day. I was tired of having to start all over again. I would go through periods in my life where I was, killing her for a couple months and I fucking worse than ever. And then I'd go back and I'd killing her again and I'm fucking feeling down again. Literally like a fucking roller coaster, up and down, up and down. Now I got tired of that shit, right? It's tired of fucking starting over, so I fucking stopped quitting. Right? You see, when you stop in the middle of adversity, you're literally prolonging your suffering. The longer you hesitate, the deeper that you fucking sink into that shit. Imagine like being caught in a storm while driving, right? This actually just right now had a flashback, took me back to Costa Rica. It's fucking one of the biggest storms I've ever drove through. And I had to go like 15 miles an hour, which over there was kilometers. So it was really, really slow. I literally was seeing people fucking like walking because you could barely see in front of you. Wipers were at full blast, all this shit. You couldn't see, right? And if you would have stopped in the middle of the road, right? The storm wouldn't have passed us any farther, any faster. Right? Literally, I saw people pull over, and it was crazy over there because a lot of people riding motorcycles. That's when I saw the true riders out there. Like I fucking see people, fucking crazy storm, one of the worst storms I've ever driven through. And you see these fucking motorcycle riders passing me, and like, yo, what the fuck? But if I would have stopped and pulled over, the storm ain't gonna pass any faster. Yeah, it would have kind of been a little safer because like you can't really see that much. But if people were doing it, I was like, yo, I just slow down a little bit and I can just keep steady, right? Keep steady, right? I would have stopped, all it does is just leave you stranded in the same place, right? You see, the only way to get out and to get ahead is to keep moving forward. Even when the visibility is low, you got to trust in yourself. You got to build that self-belief. You got to know that this shit shall pass too, my friend. You see, break big challenges into small, non-negotiable steps. Right? That's something that has really worked for me. Right? Whether you're dealing with a tough divorce, whether you're dealing with financial hardship, whether you're dealing with a failing business, whether you're dealing with struggles in friendships, and even if it struggles in your motorsport project, like we all do, right? Break big challenges into small, non-negotiable steps. Right? Focus on one thing that you can do today, and if you just attack that one thing, you got it done today. Now tomorrow, what's the one thing that I can do today? And then the next day, what's the one thing that I can do today? And another thing, what's the next thing I can do today? See, progress, no matter how small, keeps you moving forward. And then when you create that progress, when you create that momentum for you, when you start looking back and you're like, yo, I fucking didn't give up. I still keep going, right? You fucking feel great because you create the momentum. It's so much easier to push a car that's already in motion than getting it going, right? And so think about your goals in that manner, right? See, the closer that you get to not giving up, the more you strive on it, right? The more that you build on it, the more that you look for the tough challenges, the more that you build yourself up and your confidence increases, right? You see, you're closer than you think, my friend, right? Know that resistance that you're feeling, that resistance always peaks right before the breakthrough. But if you fucking give up, you're never going to experience the breakthrough. See, most people quit right before the breakthrough happens. I've done this plenty of times in my life, right? And you fucking quit because it's hard, because I can't go on anymore, because of that. And if you only would have kept going one more day, one more week, one more fucking step, you would have known that that fucking breakthrough was right there, right? That you would have overcame that situation because you kept going. See, the hardest moments are usually the final test before you achieve that success in your life. And really how it is. Fucking, it's so funny and I'm laughing because literally going through some fucking hard shit right now in my life, and I'm like, yo, keep fucking going. I know it seems tough, but keep going. This is all gonna make sense down the line. But if I quit right now, I'm never gonna be able to look back and say, yo, I got that shit. You know, think about long distance runners, right? The moment they feel like quitting, and I experienced this when I was running the marathon, right? The moment that you feel like quitting, when your legs burn, when the lungs are screaming, when you're like, oh my God, I can't go any longer. Oh, I've been running for nonstop. I can't do this. And if you tell yourself you can't do this, more for sure you ain't gonna fucking do it. But if you push through, the moment that you push through that resistance, the moment that you push through that moment that it feels like it's the toughest, it's right when you jump into that runner's high. You kicks in, right? And you go from like, oh my God, I can't run this, to like, all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I just fucking ran 6 miles, another 8. And you're like, oh my God, I only got 3 to go to run the 26. Literally jump on a runner's high because you push through the barrier, you push through the resistance, right? So the same thing happens in life. The moment of greatest resistance is often right before your biggest win, my friend. So don't fucking stop. Keep fucking going. Why would you stop? You're really right about to get this shit, right? Here's another one. Adopt the 90% rule. See, when you feel like quitting, like tell yourself, assume that you're already 90% of the way there. Like trick your mind, because your mind is going to try to trick you to fucking stop. Your mind is going to try to trick you to play small. Your mind is going to try to trick you so you can give up on yourself. So you got to fucking go and trick it back. Punch that motherfucker right in the face and say, no, we're already 90% there. Even if you got way more to go, doesn't matter. You're 90% there. Push a little further. Go a little more. Give it a little more effort. When you do that, even when it feels unbearable, even when you feel like you can't go any further, even when you feel like, oh my God, this is gonna fucking kill me, and you keep going, you prove to yourself that you have what it takes to achieve. And you build this mental toughness that goes and carries into multiple areas of your life, right? This is why I like fitness. That's why I become so addicted to fitness. Because pushing and showing up early in the fucking morning and doing those workouts when I didn't fucking want to have built up my confidence in ways that I could have never imagined. Right? Yeah, I look good. Yeah, my muscles increase. Yeah, my wife is like, yo, what's up? But how I feel inside, mentally, and how I fucking feel equipped to battle the challenges in my life, it's like nothing I would have ever thought of. All because I decided to keep fucking going. So my question for you today, my friend, is what area in your life do you feel like quitting? Think about it. Get real with yourself. No one is going to know but you. What area in your life do you feel like quitting? And then my challenge for you here today is, what actionable step can you take today that will keep you pushing through that moment, through that tough challenge, through that tough activity or phase, or whatever it is that you're going through that you think you can't keep going? What can you do today to take you one more day? And I promise you, you're going to make it through, bro. And then I'm gonna leave you with a little final takeaway. I always like to leave this little final takeaways in the episode. It's really know that hard times aren't meant to break you. They're meant to build you up into the best fucking version of yourself. And quitting is a decision, but so is perseverance. So keep your eyes on the goal, embrace the grind, and remember, if you're going through hell, don't fucking stop. Run, motherfucker. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. By any chance you still haven't subscribed yet? What the fuck you waiting for, bro? Go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, man, do me a favor and put this on your story. Make sure you tag me at Wide Open Randy so I can see it. I can help you, hold you accountable. Because those right there are the actions. They really help more years to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, that's how our community grows. Catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.